The man of the moment has just arrived. So I'm going to play this song and then we're going to get right into that interview. Good evening, Kevin Whalum.
I won't be neglected, and I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses, the pleasure of your smile. I think you take for granted that I'll always be here. Just because I love you, girl, it doesn't mean I won't disappear. It's so long. I'm missing you, baby. It's so long. I'm missing you, baby. Thoughts and mellow memories of once upon a time slowly creeping on me, and they linger on my mind. Just let somebody love you. I just don't know why. Whenever I get close to you, you wanna run and hide. It's so long. I'm missing you, baby. Yeah, it's so long. Show me I'm missing you, baby. Baby, it's so long. I'm missing you, baby. Yeah, yeah. It's so long. I'm missing you, baby. Dance. The road was smooth to romance, and we sang love's sweet song every day. Could stay in my heart. Now it's torn all up apart. It's gonna wait. I can't stay. I've got to say, I don't believe that you could do me this way. Don't you understand? I'm in need of comfort, the comfort of your hand in mine, and what I feel inside whenever you come closer, baby, I can't hide.
Thank you, Dee, and to you, Linda, as well. They are first timers to the Smooth Jazz Lounge, and I hope not the last time.
Baby, baby,
I have been doing this online almost a year. Next month it will be 1 year. So we have to celebrate big time. Hey Jazz Miller, how you doing? And Max out there in Germany. Kevin Bailey, I hope you're well. Hey Martin and Sabrina, how you doing? Nice to have you here with us. And there he is, the man of the moment. We welcome Kevin Whalen to the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
Hello, dear. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much for being
Absolutely.
here with us today.
It's a pleasure. I'm enjoying the whole vibe you've got going over there. You've got the cool background and I don't know whose song that was that came on before Dante, but it was nice. So I'm enjoying it. I'll tune in. I'll tune in after this for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. That just warms my heart. It really does.
Absolutely. I can't see you anymore. Where'd you go?
Oh, I'm up here. Like, do you want me to, shall I come to the same screen as you?
Well, it doesn't matter. I just
you see me now?
There you are. I don't want to look at my ugly mug. I want to look at yours.
You are beautiful, and you do look very sharp and dapper. You really have made an effort for us. Thank you.
I have. I told you I don't take for granted anybody who wants to see or hear me ever.
So I have to thank Dante first and foremost for making this connection. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I heard your voice on that song, Been So Long, in 2018.
18, that's right. Dante is just one of the nicest guys in my life. He's very giving. He's very unselfish. I'm just a big fan of not only his talent, but of him as a person. And we're going to be boys for life. We're going to be boys for life. He reached out to me as a stranger.
Yeah.
And he said, look, you don't know me, but I play saxophone. I'm a fan of yours. I'm just going to ask you, would you work with me? I said, I don't see why not. Oh. And it went from there. And we've done concert after concert together.
And do you live close by to each other?
No, he lives in South Carolina, and I'm in Tennessee. So it's not like a hop, skip, and a jump. It takes a little effort. So I haven't seen him, especially since the pandemic started. I haven't seen many of my musical friends, but whenever things get rectified and everybody's comfortable again, I'm sure we'll get right back to it.
I do hope so.
Yeah.
Will you be collaborating more with him?
I think so. It's my turn to have him on one of my records. Mm-hmm. So although I have taken a brief respite from recording for different reasons, when I get back to it later this year, you might just be a part of it.
So let's hear more about Kevin. So when did it all start for you? When did you realize that you had this beautiful voice?
Oh, thank you, first of all. I don't remember not singing. Sapphire. I don't remember it. I have always sung. It has come naturally to me. It required little to no effort. And you know, just recently I have kind of come to understand that sometimes a gift that comes that naturally and that easily to you can be seductive in a way that makes you it takes away from your effort to expand other areas of your skill base. Because if there's something that is that innate to you, that natural for you to do, then you tell yourself, well, this must be what I am supposed to do in my life. And although I think music is extremely vital to my happiness, I don't necessarily think it is the thing that I am supposed to do as far as my life's purpose is concerned. I will never not sing. Okay, let me be clear about that. That music will always be a part of my life, but I'm also a minister. Right. And I think that my ministry is now driving the car. Music is definitely in the passenger seat, but it's not driving the car anymore, you know? Yeah. So that's kind of where I am right now. And I'm really excited. I'm a motivational speaker.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about that. When did you get into that?
Not long ago. And it was at the request of a man I consider a mentor, an older gentleman who just has always been a support to me and supportive of me. He kind of poured that into my spirit one day in a way that I knew it was God talking through him to me. And from that point on, I've just been really focused. You remember I told you I had a meeting earlier today. That's what I was doing. I was speaking to an entire group of diverse ministers of all races and denominations. And I was doing it just like this on a Zoom call. And it was very, very well received. And the thing that the pandemic has done for so many of us, yourself included, I imagine, is made you see what else do I have an interest in? What else can I do? Not just to make money. That's, you know, that is what it is, but to satisfy a part of ourselves that has been put on a back burner for valid reasons, you know, in a lot of situations that people just don't have the time to paint or you know, work out or become certified as a fitness instructor, something that they have always said, if I had the time to ... I would do this. Well, the pandemic gave you time. And if you didn't capitalize on that and start to expand your base, then you missed out. You really did. And thankfully, I saw some things in myself that had been lying dormant. And I said, man, I'm just going to see what this is going to do for me. I'm going to see how I can expand my life, how I can expand my influence, not just in music, but in ministry and in motivational speaking. I am a serial encourager, Sapphire. That's what I do. And I didn't realize that it was a gift. And I've had that gift since I was a little boy. I could always look at a friend of mine and say, man, what you just did is incredible. I could always say that without thinking about it. I just would encourage my friends about something that they were good at. And it continues. I have a friend who owns his own insurance agency. And when I hear him flow in that gift, when he's explaining policy to somebody, or when he's explaining how this happens or how this works, I just grin. And then I say to him after he's done, I said, dude, that is just a masterful job. What you just said to that person is just, I mean, you didn't have to turn to any paperwork. It's all up here. And you were just able to give them what they need. So when you pour into people without knowing that you're doing it, that's a gift. And it's not until somebody says, hey, you got a gift over there. And you go, is that what that is? You know, and then you go and you start to use it in the way that God intended for you to do.
I think you're going to have a lot of clients after this.
Hey, not only am I willing to do Zoom, I'm willing to fly. I'll get right on a plane. I will go around the world. I have been around the world, thankfully.
Yeah.
So
you are
to be able
truly
to have fun.
inspirational. You really
Thank
are
you.
very inspirational. And I am definitely going to be calling on you after this event today.
Okay.
Because I
Absolutely.
think what you're saying right there, we all realize this. Like you say, since the pandemic, we're always thinking, oh, what else can I do?
Yeah.
We've been at home for a long time. And there's
Right.
always other things like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do this. And even doing this Zoom, this is
Right.
brand new to me since lockdown. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it because I'm getting to meet great artists like yourself.
Oh, I'm happy for you. I really am. And thank you for that. I think that it's important to not just talk about it, but to be about it.
Yeah.
You really have to make things happen for yourself. You
Mhm.
can't just say one day, because one day you're going to run out of the next day.
Yeah.
And you don't want to look back and say, oh, if I had only. I'm telling you, that is the last thing you want to say to yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're great. I'm so glad we have made this contact. So let's talk about music. You was born and raised in Memphis.
Yeah.
Are you still there?
Well, I'm back. I left for 35 years.
Did you? Where did you go to?
I'm not a child, so
yes.
you can tell from that.
Your younger heart.
Bless your heart. I have been gone from Memphis. I've been back for a year. But when I graduated from high school, I went to college at Morehouse College in Atlanta. And then after I graduated, I went to live and start my music career in Chicago. After I left Chicago, I got married and moved to Nashville, Tennessee. And then last year, I stayed in Nashville longer than I've lived anywhere. I was in Nashville for 23 years. Mm-hmm. And so last year I moved back home. I unfortunately went through a divorce in 2018. Right. And then, because I felt this tug in my spirit to come back home. I've never lived in Memphis as an adult. I've never lived on my own as an adult in Memphis. Mm-hmm. And so that's different for me because I have thoughts of Memphis from when I was a child and when I was about 17, 18. But after that, I lived so many other places. But now to be back here as an adult, and all of my friends are not here. The people that I grew up with live in other places now. Right. So it's like being in a foreign place because I've still got my brothers here, but beyond that, it's not anybody here that I would be hanging out with or anything. And that's fine because I've been placed in some needed solitude. Mm-hmm. And that's how all of this stuff started to come about. God got me in a quiet place for a season which I call the beautiful season, because that's when everything started to kind of open up and get clarity up here and start to, game plan differently. The pandemic, of course, had something to do with it, but sometimes you just need to slow down. Yeah. You just need to stop doing. And if I may, I'm going to go back to the music piece, but there's this thing in me. In my motivational speaking, I talk about emanating to elevate. I say to emanate to elevate. In other words, I try to be as transparent a person as I can be when I'm speaking to anybody. Because when I do that, it breaks through that finely crafted facade that most people have built to protect themselves, mm-hmm. so that they can project who they want you to think they are. Whatever that makes them the money, whatever gets them friends, whatever gets them that car, that house, that reputation, that salary, whatever they have to do, they have finally crafted a facade, a fake face, mm-hmm. that to present to people. Well, I'm all about cracking that facade and getting into the real person. I'm going to connect, whether you like it or not, I'm going to connect with the real Sapphire. Because you know how I know I am? Because I'm already emanating my real self. Mm-hmm. And your real self cannot deny my real self. Even if it wants to, it can't deny me. And so now I have hooked up with the imminent version of Sapphire. Kevin's realness has hooked up with Sapphire's realness, and that's what's real. That's what matters. That's what goes forward. once you allow your real person to be seen and felt, it's not going to do anything but because it's craving that, because your real self doesn't see real in most people.
Yeah.
And so it sits lonely. And then when you recognize real in somebody else, your real self is running to them like, hi. You're just mauling that person because you finally found somebody that's giving you real, even if, Sapphire, you aren't giving real.
Mm-hmm.
Your real over your real overrules your facade. No matter how strong you've built that facade, the real you is going to tear out of there and say, I'm sorry, Sapphire, that person over there is giving me real. I'm going to get it. I'll be back. Right? So that's what I'm all about right now. Emanate to elevate. Once you emanate real, you go up.
Yeah. I agree with Sandy T. She said, I could listen to Kevin all night.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah, I agree. I really, really could. But I do want to talk about your music.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I won't go back.
But we are going to talk again, honestly, about my realness.
All right. What do you want to know about music? What do you want me to say?
I want to know. So you have a very musical family.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we all know Kirk. But do you have other siblings in your family that are musicians or singers?
Oh, you're about to open a can of worms. So Kirk is of course the most well known. He's the Grammy winner, right? Yes. I have 3 nephews that, and they aren't Kirk's kids. 3 nephews that are my oldest brother's kids, and 1 nephew who is Kirk's son. I'm going to break all of this down. The 3 that are my oldest brother Kenneth's sons. Kenneth the third, my nephew, is his own sax. He's his own artist, his own recording artist. He owns his own label, but he has also been part of D'Angelo's Vanguard. Oh. He was in the Vanguard. He played with Diddy. He traveled with Jay-Z. And anytime you've seen, mostly, did you hear Maxwell's album with Pretty Wings on it?
Yeah.
That's my nephew Kenneth on saxophone on that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, my other nephew, his middle brother, Cortland, is a Broadway singer and musical actor. Mm-hmm. He's not on Broadway right now, but that is his aspiration. He does that kind of stuff here in Memphis, and he is fantastic. His name is Cortland Whalen. Their younger brother, Cameron, is one of Bruno Mars's hooligans.
No way.
So, Bruno Mars has this group of guys that always dance and sing around him and stuff. Yeah. And my nephew Cameron is the tall one with the trombone, who always is dancing and singing and doing skits with Bruno and whatnot. Kirk's oldest son, Kyle, is a bass player on the Kelly Clarkson show. No way. Kelly Clarkson, the American Idol winner. Yeah. She has her own. I don't know if it's over there, but
yes, we had it over here.
Well, next time you see that show, look at the bass player in the house band, and that's my nephew Kyle, and that's Kirk's oldest son. So we come from musical stock. My father, God rest his soul, was a pastor, but he and his brothers sang growing up, quartet stuff, right? They sang in the church and whatnot. His brother, Wendell Whalen, who is also deceased, was the director of the Morehouse College Glee Club for 35 years. And their oldest brother, my oldest uncle, HD, who just passed in December of 19, was a contemporary of Nat King Cole. I mean, that's why Kirk plays saxophone now, is because Uncle HD was his predecessor. He was his example. Wow. Oh my God, he could sing. If you think I can sing, I would just say I'm just starting out as compared to my late uncle. He played piano, he played saxophone. He was a great singer. He was an amazing musician. So yeah, it is. We have 2 family businesses in the Whalen family: music and ministry.
Right. That is incredible. But I did notice you didn't mention any females.
Only because they haven't chosen to follow it as
Okay.
a career.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I have cousins. I have a cousin named Mary Beth, Uncle HD's daughter, who sings, but she doesn't do it as a career. She's an artist. She makes acrylic paintings and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's just my kids. I have twin girls. They just graduated from college last week. Who have all kinds of singing ability, but thankfully they're going to medical school and to dental school. Don't follow dad into this crazy life that I have had to live. So yeah, they have musical talent and ability, and they have wonderful singing voices, but they have no desire to follow me into it. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But yes, your family is extremely talented.
Thank you.
Extremely.
We're actually looking at working on a Huayrum family record.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but
that
it
has
may
to
be in the next
happen.
couple of years. Yeah, maybe in the next couple of years. We'll do
it. And so, when did you first release your first album?
My first record came out in 2000.
2000?
No, 2002. I'm sorry, 2002. In January of 2002. Yeah, that's when that record came. It's called Timetable. I'm not sure if it's still in print. It was.
It's on Tidal.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that record was. You talk about made on a shoestring budget. We didn't even have shoestrings. We made those on flip-flop budget. I mean, it was house shoe budget. I think I paid the producer in sandwiches. I mean, we were just glad to be in the studio. I was just glad to finally have a product. I mean, it sounds like it too. It wasn't mixed very well. A lot of the levels are just like this, But I was so proud of the fact that I had finally done a record. So then after that, I did one of my favorite records that I've ever done under my own name. Is called One Life to Love.
Yeah.
And it was produced by the late great George Duke. And just to have George as a personal friend and confidant, after growing up seeing him as this untouchable, I mean, whoever thought I would have met him? I mean, first of all, but to grow up and not only have met him, but have become somebody that every now and then he would call just to say, hey, I mean, that kind of stuff resonates within me. And I'm grateful for that opportunity to have somebody of that ilk consider me a friend, even if you considered me like a young brother. Younger brother, or even a son. I didn't care as long as I was in his orbit. And he has given me some of the best advice that I'll ever have. And all of it was quite heartfelt and intimate and personal and just really life affirming when he would give it to me. So that record for me, I gotta say, it might be my favorite one that I've done, just because it is. I'm always reminded of what we wrote together. We wrote a song called Why, that I don't know anybody that has heard that song. What happened?
I heard it yesterday.
Did you? Okay, so here's the thing. He has a very famous song called No Rhyme, No Reason. George Duke, No Rhyme, No Reason, right? So when we sat down in his studio in Hollywood that day to start working on my record, he sat down at his piano and he said, all right, what you hearing? Asking me, what do you have in your head that you want to express? I said, George, I want my own No Rhyme, No Reason. I want my own No Rhyme, No Reason. That's why when you hear that song, before you listen to Why, you should listen to No Rhyme, No Reason, and then play Why right after it. And you will immediately hear the sonic and chordal similarities between the two songs. And that's because they were written by the same guy. I mean, I co-wrote it, but it still came out of George's idea of what I meant when I said, I want my own No Rhyme, No Reason. So you will hear similar chord structure that he had in his song. So it's almost like No Rhyme, No Reason Part 2. You know what I mean?
So how did you guys meet?
Through Kirk. Kirk has a series called The Gospel According to Jazz.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. And so George has been a part of that since the first one, chapter 1. back in 97, 98. And that's when I met him. So I met George in 97 because Kirk had asked him to be a part of this recording.
Mm-hmm.
And although chapter 1 was not video recorded, it was recorded live to audio. Every subsequent chapter has been both audio and video of a live performance. So yeah, I met George in 97.
And have you performed on all of those gospel according to jazz?
Yeah, every last one of them. Yeah.
I think I saw the last one.
Chapter 4.
It was just incredible.
Oh, bless
the
your heart.
production was phenomenal. You guys must have had to rehearse for a very, very long time to perfect that.
Well, we certainly rehearsed hard, but the caliber of musician that Kirk employs in his band, they don't need a lot of rehearsal. They just need time together to make everything gel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've practiced on their own. Kirk has sent out practice, you know, I'm older, practice MP3s or whatever, practice files so that they can rehearse, and they have the sheet music. So they're all sight reading everything. But then when you come together after having done your own work on your own for, I don't know, a couple of weeks so far, then when you come together, it's all about just playing together at that point and finding out what left turns we want to make where, what right turns we want to make and where, you know, what arrangement do we want to put on this song. And when you work all of that out, you're ready to go to tape.
It is sensational. So guys, you must check that out. Is it available on DVD?
Absolutely. All of the ones that were recorded to DVD are available somewhere online that you can purchase, Amazon or something.
Yeah, I think I watched it on Amazon.
Yeah, put in Kirk's name and chapter, you know, Gospel According to Jazz, chapter 1. Well, chapter 1 is not on DVD, as I said. Chapter 2, 3, and 4 are available on DVD. Right. You might have to go to his website. You might have to go to kirkwhalum.com. Just depends.
Yeah, they will do, I'm sure, after this show today. So have you performed over here in the UK?
That is one of the lamentations of my life. I've never been to the UK. Never. I have been to South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, Japan, Sweden, all over the Caribbean, Canada, Jakarta, Taiwan. I've been everywhere dancing around you guys, but I've never been to the UK. We have an old family friend who grew up down the street from us in Memphis, who lives in the UK and has lived there since the late 70s. His name is Blair. Well, he would say Blair Cunningham. Now, we called him Blair Cunningham, but he's Blair Cunningham now. But he was the drummer for, you may not even be old enough to remember Haircut 100.
Yes.
He was their drummer. He was Haircut 100 drummer. He was Chrissy Hines' drummer for a while. Yeah, Blair Cunningham. And
I'm gonna look him up.
He is a bad man. God, what a career he's had. He left Memphis right after high school. I think he graduated in 76. I was a little boy when he left Memphis. And Kirk and he have kept in touch because he and Kirk were just, you know, joined at the hip growing up.
Oh, well, I'm definitely going to look him up. If you speak to him, tell him to expect a call from DJ Sapphire, won't you?
If I talk to him, I'll definitely put your name in his ear.
Thank you. So would you like to come to the UK to perform?
Absolutely. I had preliminary discussions. I don't know if I can mention another DJ's name on
Of course you can.
Steve Quirk.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Steve Quirk. And I had preliminary conversations, but nothing ever really happened. Doesn't mean it couldn't. But yeah, anytime you want to bring me or anybody over there, some consortium wants to bring me, I'm coming. I
will definitely look into that. I really will. Oh, absolutely. This is exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will be working on finishing something that I started. I will not give you a confirmed date because I learned a long time ago, as soon as you give a date and you don't deliver on it, people get mad at you. So I hope that it's done by the end of the year.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
That's
I
cool.
hope that it's done by the end of it.
We shall wait patiently for that. We really will. And so you got this other project, this new project that you're going to be doing. What was your last project that you did?
It was called One Life. I Live for You.
I Live for You.
I
And is
live
that
for you.
gospel related?
It was my own foray into gospel jazz under my own name, you know. So yeah, I wanted to do a record that was gospel jazz. I had I'll tell you this story, Sapphire. I stood. Okay, the story goes, I stood in my mirror in January of 2016, having not had a new record for 8 years, or 7.5 at that point. And I was kind of annoyed with myself. And I stood in my bathroom mirror in Nashville at the time, and I said, you are going to do a new record. And I just said that to myself.
Mm-hmm.
The next 8 days, I wrote 9 songs.
Wow.
Over the next 8 days. I added that to another song that I had written years prior that I had never recorded, but that I had co-written with a guitar player, a friend of mine named Michael Ripoll. I took that and I took what I had written the subsequent week, added it to that. I called up my friends, my musician friends. You know, Nashville is chock full of great musicians. So I called up a crew. I said, look, I'm going to go in the studio next week for 3 nights. I said, I need you to commit those 3 nights to me. I'll feed you. I'll give you gas money. And I just want to see, in Nashville, you kind of help each other record, but you don't really worry about money that much because you're going to return the favor to the person you just did that for.
Yeah.
So in other words, you can pretty much record for free.
Mm-hmm.
If the people in Nashville know you, trust you, you've been there for a while, you've paid your dues, they're more than happy to come and do that because they know that when they need you, you'll be there.
Exactly.
Right? So that's kind of how it worked. We went in 3 weeks after I stood in my mirror and I said, 3 nights. I took those songs that I had written. I recorded them for 3 straight nights. I mixed them the next week, and then I sent them off for replication. I had them back in my hand in CD form 41 days after I stood in my mirror.
Wow.
Now, I don't know who that's going to help that's listening to this right now, but whatever you're doing, whatever line of work you're in, once you make up your mind about something, it's hell trying to stop you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do what you know you need to do, and you'll be the better for it. I had something to make money with 41 days after I stood in that mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe there's something you can do or somebody watching can do that in, I don't know, 60 days from the day you declare it, you'll finish it. You'll finish it.
I am loving this. I really am. So inspirational because I am pretty messed up here and I need this. I'm all over the place. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. But I just need to keep focused on one thing and get it finished. But yeah, we are going to definitely speak again after this.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's not, you are a product of your generation. It's not to say it's a bad thing, but your generation in particular has had the mindset of do that, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and do it all at the same time, and have a Forex page, and have a Spotify page, and have a this, and have a that, and you cannot I can't for the life of me understand how you can do so many different things and do them well. Now, I'm not saying you can't. You may be that person, but I believe that you can get to that point, but you got to start with this. You got to start with, there's a biblical verse in Exodus 4, verse 2, when God is talking to Moses about what his expectations are in leading the Hebrews out of Egypt. He just asks him a simple question. What's that in your hand? And Moses says, this rod. In other words, that famous staff that he used. And so God's inference there is, I have given you everything you already had. Everything you need, you already have. That rod became the thing he parted the Red Sea with.
Mm-hmm.
Use what's already in your hand. Use what I gave you already. Don't go looking to grab something new. Whatever Sapphire has in her hand, in her quiver, as a skill, as a talent, go there first, Sapphire, and then wear that thing out. First of all, whatever that thing is, do it till it can't be done any better, and then add something else, because you will have the success of growing this thing into what it can become, thereby gaining you more attention, more eyesight, more followers. And then you can say, okay, you know me because I built this. Now I'm going to do that. And they will trust you to do that well because you did this well.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you didn't do all of this at the same time. You go to some people's Instagram pages and they're beauticians, they're Forex traders, they own Spotify page, they're tap dancers.
I think it's a London thing as well, because we are always rushing around.
Yeah. It just is what it is, but it's not anything that you all can't break. You can break that cycle of competition, because that's all it is. You're trying to keep up with the facade that somebody else is presenting. Their pages are not as accurate and believable as they want you to think they are.
Mm-hmm.
They got their own stuff that they need to deal with.
You are an incredible speaker.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah. Livingston says so insightful. And Sabrina Taylor out there, I'm sure she's in Mississippi, and she was quoting what you were saying. Use what you have in your hand.
You've already
and
got
it's a super motivation. Wonderful.
God has given us pretty much everything we need. We just need to use it.
Yeah, and I do.
I mean, I went through it. You think something is your gift, your calling, because it's so simple, it's so natural and organic. So of course music is what I'm supposed to do. But then you realize that I've been walking in dark gray when I should have been walking in pure black.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if pure black was the road I was supposed to be on, meaning motivational speaking or a serial encourager of sorts, if that's what I was supposed to do as a calling, as a purpose, but also I had this musical gift that was so seductive that I said, well, that obviously must be what I'm supposed to do, because it requires no effort. It requires nothing but opening my mouth, and there it is. Well, that's actually the dark gray. It's almost your calling.
Mm-hmm.
It's good enough. It's good, but it's not good enough.
Yeah.
The good enough is the black lane you're supposed to walk in. You have to figure that out for yourself.
Yes, I will do. So with music and motivational speaking, do you think that motivational speaking is going to go a bit further and the music's going to stay back a bit?
That I'm still trying to work out. As I like to say, if we're in a car, music has traditionally been the driver of that car. But now my ministry is driving the car and the music is in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
You're not in the back seat. I'm not putting music on the back burner.
Yeah.
But I am giving this new, exciting purpose the driver's wheel, because the music thing was okay. But there are things that look like something from the outside that the person dealing with it doesn't feel. You go, oh man, Kevin Whalen, he must travel and he must do this. All of that is true.
Yeah.
But the satisfaction has been good. But when I'm able to talk to you and talk to people who listen, and I'm doing what I know is my purpose, this motivational thing, it's a completely different thing. It's a completely different return on my investment when I'm doing it like I do it now.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I can't break into song and make this motivational thing even more effective. but it just means that I didn't show up to this event for music. I showed up for motivational speaking.
Yeah.
And I'll never forsake music. It's what got me where I am. It's what got me the heart that I have for people. So yeah, it's a gift, but it is not the call, I don't think, on my life.
Yeah. So when I said earlier that being so long was the first time I heard your voice, it probably wasn't, because you have performed with many people.
Yeah. Being on stage with Stevie Wonder, at Bonnaroo, that huge festival in Tennessee. I have recorded with Michael McDonald of the Doobie Brothers. As a matter of fact, he has been one of the biggest supporters of what I do. He has come to see me perform and come backstage and just been effusive in his, appreciation. And when you have that, real recognizes real. And Michael is just a great guy. He's just a great guy. But yeah, I have been able to work with some very, very gifted. Take Six, I count them as close friends. I mean, they are like my brothers. And I can call any one of them at any time and we can talk. But yeah, God has been extraordinarily gracious to me in my pursuits and in the friendships that I've been able to build and sustain in music. Because it's not, I can call Layla Hathaway right now and we can start laughing within the first 60 seconds.
When you do, tell her I said hi.
I sure will. She's an incredible talent.
Yes, she is.
Incredible talent, yeah.
She is. And I'm actually going to show a video of your performance with her.
Okay.
And Kirk. I can't remember what song it is.
It's Make Me a Believer.
That's the one. Yeah.
Where
was that recorded?
That was Luther Vandross's original tune. It's called Make Me a Believer, but I took the lyrics and rewrote them so that they had a gospel slant to them, a Christian slant to them. And that was recorded live in 2007. Yeah, actually the week before my father passed. Yeah, that was recorded in Maryland, at a church in Maryland that we recorded the entire record, where we recorded the entire DVD. Wow.
Because that performance, how many people were in that band?
Let me see, Sean McCurley on drums, Luis Conte on percussion, Doc Powell on guitar, John Stoddard on keys, George Duke on keys, Aaron, I forget Aaron's last name. He plays trumpet, but he also sings background. My nephew Cortland sang background. Layla. Oh God, please don't let me forget anybody.
There's so many to remember.
Oh, and my nephew Kyle, Kirk's
right.
Kirk's, yeah, that's Kyle right there. So look for that guy.
Right. So Carly, thank you. We're going to play that right now.
Yeah.
Not hearing the music, Carly. There we go.
Superman can fly high, way up in the sky, 'cause I believe he can. So what I choose to believe can always work out fine. It's all in my mind. I'll think of his grace and imagine his life. Imagine his life and learn how to love him.
in him. We believe is believing right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wanna live, wanna learn, wanna love you, Lord. So make me a believer. Wanna love you, Lord. I wanna live, wanna learn, love you, Lord. Ooh, in Him and forever keep you near. Yes, I will.
You never gave a spirit of fear.
No spirit,
Spirit of fear. Lord, I want to love you. Loving and loving, oh Lord, is His way. To make you stay. Make you stay, to make you stay.
Lord, you knew the way to persuade me over to your side. Showed me how deep is your love.
You got me to believe, and now I feel so fine. Love blows my mind. So people, today's the place and the time.
It's the place
And the time. Let me introduce you.
loving and loving on love is a way.
That's alright.
To make you stay. Make you stay. Stay.
Oh, I wanna live, wanna learn, wanna love you, Lord. So make me a believer.
Wanna love you.
I wanna live, wanna learn, wanna love you, Lord.
So make me a believer. Layla.
Wanna love, wanna love, wanna love, wanna love you. I wanna live, I wanna learn, I wanna love you, Lord. Make me a believer. Wanna love you, Lord. Yeah.
I wanna believe in you, Lord.
I wanna love you, Lord, yeah.
Thank you, Colin. And thank you, Kevin. Oh, what a performance that was.
Bless your heart. That was so much fun. So much fun. I mean, it really was. Layla just, I mean, it's Layla. So you know that you have a very capable partner, and you don't have any worries, any concerns. You just know whatever you give, you're gonna get it back. And it's just so much fun to play with people like that.
Yeah, I mean, your voices are just perfect together.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I do. Thank you, dear.
Okay, so thank you. We have come to the end because my next artist is here. That is Maria Antoinette. She is a fabulous harpist.
Wonderful.
I hope you can stick around and have a listen to.
I can stick around for about 15 minutes. I can actually.
Yeah, that will be plenty of time. But thank you again for being here at the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
Thank you, Sapphire. I hope to hear from you sooner than later, dear.
Oh, most definitely. So if people want to get in contact with you and get some more positive, inspirational talks from you, how can they contact you?
I'll tell you what, just email me at KH, H like in Harry, and then my last name, Whalum, WHALUM, at yahoo.com. KH Whalum at yahoo.com.
Fabulous. And they can also get your music on all the different platforms?
Online. I mean, iTunes, Amazon, I'm sure it's pretty much everywhere you look. So yeah, I think there may even still be, I don't know, CD Baby I think went away. So yeah, don't worry about it.
I think that still exists.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they? I thought they stopped doing music. Okay. All right. Well, it may be something on there too.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Please do check out Kevin's music. He's got so much fantastic tracks out there. And also, please do get in contact if you need help. He is good. You've just heard for yourselves.
Yeah, Masterpiece Motivational does not have a website yet. It'll have a website by July. But that's what's going to be the name, Masterpiece Motivational, either .com or .org. And you'll be able to see what I've been talking about. But until then, you can just reach me via email. Okay.
Well, we thank you again for your time. And yeah, truly inspirational. Let's give it up one more time for Kevin Whalum.
Thank you, love. It's been a pleasure.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, dear. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes, though. I'm just going to mute myself.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Once lost, now found, new life, solid ground. Sick, you claim me. Hell, I know. See, I live for you. I live for you. I live for you. I live for you. Waste time, no more. Get grace, open door, run, jump, scream.
Wasn't that incredible?
That
he is something else. I feel so uplifted right now.
I live for you.
And we have Maria Antoinette waiting.
I live for you. I
I live for you.
For those who regularly come to my Smooth Jazz Lounge would have met Maria Antoinette a few times, but we haven't had the best of sounds. So I am truly hoping today that is going to be different. We have had a few sound checks.
To run and tell.
So I just want to check you have enabled your original sound on your phone.
Because of your grace, I will sing of you in every place. I live for you.
I live for you. This is Kevin Whalen. Please do check out his music.
I live for you.
And get in contact with him. I believe he's going to change our lives.
I live for you.
Yes, there she is. Hey, Maria, how you doing?
Hi, everyone. Hi.
And welcome back to the Smooth Jazz Lounge. You're looking absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, and we did a sound check a little bit earlier, and I said to her, your harp looks different. Tell us about that.
Yes, I just got it on Sunday. This harp has been 10 years in the making, and it's a custom harp. It's electroacoustic, and it's made out of a company out of France called Kamak, and they make amazing harps. And now you can't see it, but I have my initials on the soundboard. It's
Oh,
fabulous. So I just made it my own. It says my logo MA. It's so beautiful.
my
Yeah.
goodness. So what did you do with the other one?
It's in my bedroom.
Oh my God. How big is your house?
It's a nice size. Yeah.
It just looks beautiful. And did you
Thank
ask
you.
them to do the strings of different colors? Or is that
No,
how
that's
harps come?
normal. Yeah,
That's
that's normal
normal.
for the harp. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Like
is.
an upright piano.
Yeah. So I know, like I say, we've had you here a few times. So I have told, well, we all know a lot about you. But if there's anybody on Zoom that would like to know something, you can just pop a question in the chat, and I'm sure Maria will be happy to answer it. But there is one question that I love asking and I love hearing the answer to is when you played for the Obamas.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
tell us about that again.
Well, I could go back to the beginning as me driving down the street and you get these amazing phone calls that come out of the blues. Maria Antoinette, um, this is the social media, not should say social, the social person at the White House. And we want to know if you're available for a particular day. You will be playing a luncheon for the First Lady, for Michelle Obama. And I tell people, I say, whatever was on that calendar is gone. Oh yes, I'm available. Whatever it is, I'm available.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the best experience. It was a little bit nerve-wracking because of the FBI background checks,
Mm-hmm.
and which is fine. But it just, they check out everything. They had to see the harp. They had to look it over, make sure
Wow.
I didn't have any contraband in there. And it was amazing, amazing experience. And even just to have the program with the White House seal on it, with your name on it,
Mm-hmm.
Harpist Maria Antoinette Music. And
Yeah.
so that was powerful. And I tell people, I said it was sold out. The tickets were $45,000 per person. sold out. So, I was in a room full of well-heeled people.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yes, yes. So, but a great experience, but there's been so
Mhm.
many in my career that have just been stellar and very, very special. But
Yeah.
that's where the harp goes, very special places.
It is because it's such a unique instrument. Like you don't see many
Yes,
people play.
yes.
And so why
And
did
it's
you
getting
stop playing the
popular.
harp?
Yeah, the harp is becoming more and more popular, which I'm glad to see. Not like the sax or the keyboards just yet,
Hmm.
but the harp is gaining in momentum where people want to play it, and it's not just some instrument in the corner in the room doing quiet music. We're out
Hmm.
front doing jazz, funk, and bringing it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie G would like to know, he says, what made you choose the harp and how long have you been playing?
I was in middle school, and the harp was introduced because they had a music program, and so they brought all these different instruments in from the symphony, and the harp was one of them. So the harpist demonstrated, and I knew then, I said, oh my God, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to play. So it was all about exposure. And I've been playing over 20 years, majored in music, majored in harp performance.
Hmm.
But I'll tell you what made me want to be a musician was my older brother. I was quite young. He brought home an album by Isaac Hayes. It's called Hot Buttered Soul.
Uh-huh.
And it was so powerful and so cosmic. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it just touched me as a little kid. And I knew then I wanted to be a musician, but I didn't know what instrument at
Hmm.
that time. But I just love that kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. And Michelle Guthrie says, is the harp a difficult instrument to learn? And do you play
Yes,
any other instruments?
yes, it's the most difficult instrument besides the French horn and the oboe. And I play a little bit of piano, not much like I play this instrument, even though it is an upright piano. But yeah, that's where I'm at now, and I do spoken word. And
Hmm.
yes,
Yeah. So
a
you
lot
have
of everyday
you have
practice.
spoken word on many of your albums, is that right?
Yes, right on Sexy Paradise, and it's my signature. On every album, I do a spoken word piece.
Hmm.
We
So
could have featured it, but next time we'll do that.
you
Yes.
must have enjoyed that interview with Kevin Whalum.
With Kevin who?
You must have enjoyed that interview with Kevin Whalum, hearing his
Oh
inspirational
yes, that
talk.
was wonderful. Absolutely. And right at the end, I popped in, and
Yeah,
then I saw the stage performance with him and Layla, and I
yeah,
love her.
yeah.
And then Kirk Whalum, and then I can't think who's on the keys.
George Duke.
George Duke on keys.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it
I mean, a
was.
stage full of geniuses.
Hmm. They
Yeah.
are. So shall we hear the harp? Fingers
Sure.
crossed.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to do a song that everybody is familiar with, and it's one of my favorite. It's a Lauryn Hill tune, and you wouldn't expect that on the harp, but my band is in my background. So what you hear is my group, and I did a version of that thing. So
Wonderful.
okay, so enjoy.
Will do. Why has it gone on mute? I do believe you've gone on mute. Has she gone on mute for everybody else? Yeah. Well, this is what happened because she's using her phone. She had a phone call. And when you get a phone call, it goes on mute. She's there playing away. I wish we could hear her. Oh my goodness. She's so into it. Oh, bless her. She looks beautiful though, doesn't she? Yeah. Very regal. Just like her name. So she's going to realize soon. But in the meantime, maybe I should play one of her songs. Oh, bless. I still have to give her a clap. Okay, where are we?
There we go.
Okay, so guess what happened, Maria?
What?
Your phone went on mute. So I assume you got a phone call, so we couldn't hear the last minute or so of that song.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, well, you looked amazing.
Ah.
And also, the sound again wasn't that brilliant with the music. So are you able to just play the harp on its own so we can hear that?
Yes, let me just solo.
Yeah, just a cappella.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
All that work for that thing. No?
Oh, yes, that was beautiful.
Oh, okay. Woo, Lord,
I
praise. Okay.
think we all need to put some money together to get you the right equipment in order to play with the music and the harp together.
Well, we had such a good sound
Yeah,
here.
I think, or maybe you should do a GoFundMe page or something because that was truly beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You got some wonderful comments. And Marianne said, I think the harp is the instrument of angels because it is so angelic in its sound. And I totally agree. Carly says, amazing, effortless. And Lorna Valson, she has a question. She says, what is the relevance of the different colored strings?
Well, it's just like the piano. If you're familiar with the piano setup, my black keys are in my pedals. There's 7 pedals down here at the bottom. They have 3 different notches that give me my sharps, flats, and naturals. In the colors, it tells me where I am on the musical scale. So all the black strings are Fs and all the red strings are Cs. So if you look, and C is set up on a 6-octave scale of a continuing octave of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, all the way up. Just so all the C, 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 and then all the Fs. So you'll
Mhm.
be able to see where you are chromatically in the musical scale.
Right. Are you able to go a little bit closer to your mic? Because you're sounding a little bit faint.
Let me see. There we go. How does this sound?
Yeah. We need to buy you a microphone as well, I think.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. But you're not used to performing at home. So I
Yeah.
get
Well,
I
yeah.
get
The
it.
technology thing is always like a issue. When I'm online or something.
Yeah. And there's so much to learn, isn't
It
there?
is
I mean,
ever
I've
changing.
learned so much things during
Yeah.
lockdown, having to buy more equipment in order to do events like this. But,
Yes.
I think, do you think you'll be out there back gigging soon?
Oh yeah. My God. I'm doing Capital Jazz in Washington D.C. September the 4th. I'm doing Catalina Jazz Festival October 23rd. And then June 25th, I'm actually in Washington, D.C. for an award show for women composers.
Oh,
And in between all of that, I'm doing lots of casual stuff here on the West Coast in Southern California, private parties, weddings, the whole nine.
oh,
I've,
that's brilliant. I'm so glad things are getting back to some kind of normality.
yes, yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. So you must be very excited to get back on that stage.
Absolutely, because after being a year with COVID, you're not gigging every week, so your chops are sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, chops not as sharp as they used to be, so you got to get out there, like, okay, I don't care what it is, just let me play, because it's different. You're at home, you're playing, but then when you're out with other people, it's just that whole other dynamic again.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. Alice has a question as well. She says, how do you get around to different functions with the harp as it is rather large?
Yes, yeah, I have an SUV, and the seats fold down flat in the back, and it just slides right in. And it has a dolly, a special harp, what they call harp dolly. And then what you see here, there's a cover that goes over it that fits it like a glove, so it's not damaged or nicked or scratched.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's how that happens.
Right.
Yes, very
Interesting.
portable.
It must be a big car.
Yes, it's a Mercedes SUV. Or station wagon, they work too. They didn't want to,
Couldn't get it
oh,
in an Uber then. You couldn't get it in an Uber.
no, no Uber, no Uber. Well,
Right.
I have a gig on the pending for Belize, which is in South America, the first weekend in December. And right now I'm having the toughest time because I have to ship the harp to South America and freight forwarding companies to ship to Belize
Hmm.
and then turn around and bring it back again has been a real challenge. So I'm in the midst of that right now, of
Right.
going to South America to play.
Yeah. And I just want to just double check with you that I am using the right audio. This is your laptop here, right?
That you hear me on.
So your other one is your phone.
Right.
So
Should
I
I do
think I
something?
should have unmuted the phone, shouldn't I?
Yeah, mute the
For
phone.
when you
Maybe
play.
that's what it is.
Yeah, so let's try that.
Okay,
I just want to say hi to DJ Knowledge. He said he's just tuning in now. He says, wow, she is good. I've never seen anyone play the harp.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I'm muted. I think I'm okay.
So that is your phone.
That's my phone. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Hold on.
And oh, you just muted yourself. Okay, there we go. You just unmute yourself. He's still on mute. You're still on
Okay.
mute.
Are
Okay.
we there? Okay. Here we are.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So the one that you have just unmuted, was that the laptop?
Laptop.
Right. Okay.
So we want to
We're going to
mute the
try this. So
phone.
if you have the speaker close to your laptop speaker,
Yes.
and then we'll see if the sound is any better. If not, we're going to do another one without the background music, if that's okay.
Okay. Hopefully this will work. Let me just double check the phone. Let's see. Okay, the phone is muted,
The phone
but
is
I still hear.
yes, you're hearing me coming through your computer.
Okay.
Is that right?
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So shall we try another song?
Yeah, let's try.
Well, let's.
You're making me nervous.
I know. Because see, I hear you actually through my phone,
Okay.
but it says mute.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Let's see.
okay. All right.
Everybody keep your fingers crossed.
Yes, keep your fingers crossed, please. Just, I mean, this technology. What can I say? Can you hear it?
I'm hearing a lot of bass.
Okay.
So elegant.
Did it come
Oh, so elegant. But again, the sound wasn't good.
Did you
We
guys
are
get
having
it?
some serious issues again with the sound.
Huh?
Was having some serious issues again with the sound.
Oh
You know
no.
what? What I've realized, I've come to a conclusion. I'm going to come to where you are and sort out your sound.
It was perfect like 2 hours ago.
Yes,
What
I know.
happened?
Yeah,
Nothing changed.
nothing's changed. I don't know why that happened, but the next interview I do with you is going to be from your house
Okay.
with all my equipment, and we are going
Okay.
to get that. So, what was that track?
It's called Sekhmet, and it's off my All My Strings album, and it's original song in
Mm-hmm.
honor of an Egyptian warrior princess who was the goddess of war and love. Yes.
It was,
Sekmet.
yeah. What we heard did sound beautiful on the
Okay.
harp. Yeah. But thank you so
Okay.
much. Erin has just arrived. And so
Okay.
we're going to be bringing her in, but just tell everybody where they can hear more about you. Tell them, somebody asked about what weekend you are at the Catalina Jazz.
Catalina Jazz Festival, October 23rd.
October 23rd, Dundee. You're going to be there. Oh, you're a
Yes.
lucky thing. And tell them your website. They can get the music through your website.
Yes. Website is mariaantoinette.com, and it's spelled MariaAntoinette. And then I'm on Instagram as well, mariaantoinette.com. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you
Oh, thank you for
again.
having me.
You're just so amazing.
Thank
You
you.
do
Thank
blow
you.
everybody away, but we all need to hear you live in person
Yes,
somewhere.
absolutely.
And
With my strings,
you need to get
strings and
yourself,
horns and everything.
yeah, but you need to get yourself and your harp to the UK one day.
Yes, right,
I am
right.
definitely going to make that happen
Okay,
with
I'm looking
Kevin
forward to
Whalen's
it.
help.
It will be a dream come true.
Yeah, dream come true for me too.
Okay, all right,
But
great.
yeah, so you actually, before we go to Erin, I wanted to find out from you, how it was working with Erin.
Yes.
How was it working with her? You put yourself on mute. Why did you do that?
It was amazing. I don't know if you're going to feature the video.
Yeah, we're going to try. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it was fun. It was so much fun. We had great fun that day. And it was me, Aaron, and Althea Renee, and we
Mhm.
had a great time filming, and the video came out fabulous. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's called "You Gotta Be," and featuring all three of us. But Aaron is just brilliant in bringing us into the fold of having us collaborate on that song. So
Oh.
I got so many compliments, and
Hmm.
everybody loves it. They said it was very powerful.
Yes, it is. Great words, a great track,
Yes,
and a brilliant original track and a fantastic cover as well.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so we're going to bring in Erin real soon. So
Okay,
I'm just going to say thank you once again.
thank you.
And to next time, it will happen
Okay,
again. So you will see
okay.
her again. This is the wonderful, beautiful, elegant Maria Antoinette. Thank you.
It's all about love, love. I can't fool myself. I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days I was scared to touch you. I was spent my day dreaming, planning how to say I love you. You must have known I had feelings deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me to come in. Oh my love, oh. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love, a million days in your arms, it's never too much.
this is going to be fun. I can see. Welcome, Erin Stevenson.
Hey, everybody. I'm a real person. Laundry in the background.
Thank you so much for being here at the Smooth Jazz Lounge.
Hey, beautiful. It's finally happened.
And it's happening. So that was the fantastic sound of Erin Stevenson, Never Too Much. And that was the first song of yours that I ever heard. So I want to say a big thank you to Mario.
Yeah.
So he was tuned into my show and he said, I think you're going to like this track by Erin Stevenson. So I want to know, because you've been around a little while, and why is it only now I'm hearing about you?
Well, first of all, I have to say a huge, massive shout out to Mario, too. He's always online. And you know, that guy that's just got his ear to the street. He's got his ear to the social media street. And I'm happy he did, because I came across you. So, and you know, I think you're absolutely lovely, honey. The voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It just calms me down. And I got all the energy in the world. But so let's answer the question. You're just now hearing about me because I just somehow later on in life decided to remember myself. Okay. So for those who don't know, I've been a background singer for the past 20 plus years of my life for a lot of people. And in 2017 is when I decided to not give up on myself and to not forget about my own dreams, my own goals, my own aspirations. And I put out an album, but I put out songs prior to, but they were just like a song. And then about 5 years later, I'll try something else, but I never gave it my full throttle until 2017. And here we are again.
Right.
And yeah. So
you say you've been back in singing for about 20 years.
Yes.
And you look 20. It's crazy.
Thank you for the compliment. But no, I'll be 41 next month.
That is incredible.
Yeah, 41.
Look at you.
Look who's talking. I know how old you are, and you are incredibly gorgeous. I told you that the first time I think we chatted with each other.
Yeah, you did say that. You're so sweet. Yeah. And so you have been performing for many great artists. Yeah. And, you know, do you want to tell us who your current band is that you've been working with?
Yeah, so I like to say my band are my friends. I got friends who play in my band. Good-hearted fellas. You know, I'm the chick up there, but I got some power behind me. On keys and piano for me, his name is Christopher Thomas. On guitar, Keita Matsuno. On drums, Arthur Thomas. And on bass is Keith Eady. And that's my tribe on stage with me.
And are they the ones that play on Never Too Much?
Yes. Well, Keith and Arthur didn't play on Never Too Much. They're on some of the other records that are coming out on this album that's coming out. But on this particular record, Never Too Much, it's Keith and Chris, the guitar and the keyboard player, both played on there. Another guitar player named Mauricio Guerrero, I have to say this right, Guerrero. Mauricio Guerrero. He's playing guitar on it. Chris is actually playing keys and key bass. And another brother who was my musical director, he's doing some things in Las Vegas right now. His name is Philip Martin Jr. He played the drums on it and co-produced it as well. And that's the band. And there's a guy who does all the mixing and mastering, and I call it the bells and whistles to make sure what you hear sounds good. And his name is Alexander. He goes by Alexander the Great. So that's, I'm sorry, forgive me. And there's one other, I can't leave them out. The regiment horns, because I am a stickler. Part of my whole movement is to keep live music alive. Yeah. So those are live horns that you hear on that record. And they go by the regiment horns. They toured with Justin Timberlake with me. And I'm so honored to have them play on that record. So all that's live, y'all. All the way live.
Beautiful. The video is just phenomenal as well.
Yeah, we just got in there and had fun.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted it to translate. And of course, pay homage to Luther Vandross, because he's one of my favorite singers ever in life, period. And I didn't want to do the most. I just wanted the song to feel good, to make everybody else feel good. And if you don't feel good watching it, before you start watching it, by the time you're done, you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, that foot starts tapping by accident. Yeah, and just to lift people's spirits. So it's just a fun video.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. So everybody, you must check that out. It's on YouTube. Is it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody can find anything on me online under Aaron Stevenson Music.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I got a lot of stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
There is a lot of great stuff. And I also read on the internet that you have been performing since you was 10 and you was a member of Girls' Time.
Yeah,
Tell us a
I
little bit about
was. Well, no. For those who don't know, Girls' Time was Destiny's Child. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and I was one of those girls in the girls group with Destiny's Child, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland and all of those. Yeah, I left with a contract in my hand.
That was the age of 10.
Yeah, at the age of 10, I went home. Possibly this is why my mother knew I was going to be crazy, because I went home with the contract in our hands. They were just about to sign, and I was like, Mama, I don't want to do it. I want to sing. But it had nothing to do with the girls. The girls were lovely. I just knew I wanted to do more. Even at the age of 10, I loved to dance. I loved to choreograph. I loved to write. I loved to arrange. I loved to produce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even at that age, like, I was already all over the place, but I'm kind of happy I knew it. So that was the main reason why I was like, because in that type of situation, no shade by any means, but I'm an honest person.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just been in the group, you know, but I just knew I wanted to do more. So that's the only reason why I left. But yeah, I was
That's incredible to have that knowledge at such a young age. But when did you realize that you had this gift, this beautiful voice?
Well, I'm from Houston, Texas, but my family's all Louisiana, right?
Uh-huh.
So we were having, should we say, a family reunion on the porch back on Stevenson Street. That should tell you how country, where we were, getting crawfish out the creek, eating them, and all of my family was there. And so for those who don't know, I'm a country girl. I'm a Southern to the core. So my entire family were playing dominoes, frying fish, and eating crawfish, playing spades, talking trash, drinking beers, and whatever else they was drinking. And I was a little runt. I was maybe about five years old, I would say, 5 or 6. And I had an uncle. His name was Uncle Woodrow. God bless his soul in heaven, my Uncle Woodrow. And I used to be a clown. Just all over the place, singing and dancing, but singing songs I should not have been singing. And so my uncle was a war vet, a military vet, and he had the ugly, I don't want to call his feet ugly. They were terrifying, okay? That his feet looked like they were in the war. Not him, but his feet were in the war by themselves. So he was like, Aaron, if you don't be still, I'm going to put my feet on you. And I stood still. And we were on my grandmother's porch. And I went on the porch and I started singing Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All. My entire family stopped doing whatever they were doing. They stopped cussing. They stopped drinking. They stopped smoking. They stopped eating. They stopped cooking. They stopped playing the games. And they all came and gathered around the porch to listen to me sing. And my Uncle Woodrow, took off his hat and he passed it around to my family, started putting money in the hat.
Oh.
Now, and this is an extremely true story. And I gave all the money to my mom. And for me, it wasn't necessarily the fact that, there's money in the hat. I was 5 or 6. I don't know nothing about no money. However, I did see the change. I saw the effect, and I still didn't know anything past that. But I can honestly say from that moment, I knew I was going to be singing or speaking or something like that for the rest of my life, one way or the other. But that was the moment that I knew.
I love that. Mm-hmm. You're getting so many comments about people loving your energy.
It's me, y'all. Dirty clothes in the background and all. No teasing. But it's real. But it's me. In my studio. This is where I record.
Yeah. And Mario has said, hi, ladies.
Hey, Mario. I just texted him a couple minutes ago.
Oh, bless. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got him to thank for this happening today. And so can we hear this beautiful voice of yours? Do you want to do us a song? You're able to do that for us?
You ready?
Well, I do apologize. We started a bit late with you.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I was watching the interviews.
Oh.
First of all, Maria is, which I know you're going to get to. She's on this record that's on my shirt. So I love me some her. And I should say, for anyone who was watching who got a little deterred from the music, she's heavenly. She's angelic. That harp, she honestly, she didn't even need the music. She could have just strummed that harp, and we all would have been like, ah. But she's a doll with and without the harp. So I watched part of the first interview too. So I was just chilling and doing clothes. Okay, so the first song that I'm gonna do, now I'll get serious, is called "The Clouds Are Parting." And I wrote this song last year during the pandemic because I felt some kind of way about everything that was going on in the world, and the lies and the truths and the lies and the control, the lack of control, the killings and everything. But it's kind of tough when you're just trying to find your way to stay positive through it all. Nobody has a job, getting fat, can't work out. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just saying when you're sitting in that slump, it's like, oh, and you're trying to find your way out. And it just kind of came to me because I'm a very positive person. I'm naturally energetic and I'm naturally positive. So I live by a lake, and I'm a nerd. And one thing I think people forget is that, and I have to say this properly, the sun never does not shine. Even when it's storming, when it's cloudy, or when it's thundering and lightning and the rain is falling, the sun is still always there. That's science, and that is truth. So that's why it says the clouds are parting. I realize that you're still there. The sun is always shining. Just wait for the clouds to part. So here we go. Keep pushing, y'all. Keep pushing. And I'm going to take these off.
Okay.
So I can hear my monitor while I'm singing, because the music, for those who don't know, the music's not coming through here. I can only hear the lovely DJ Sapphire. So here we go, y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Will do.
And listen to the words. I don't know what I think, but I know what I feel. Don't wanna believe it's real. I feel like a pawn trapped in your game, but it's my life with no escape. This can't be my fate. There's a war going on between good and evil. But I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Gloomy skies, goodbyes, broken hearts, hell-bent lies. But in the lie lies the truth. If I just push through, 'cause even on cloudy days, you can't block the sun rays. Ooh, the clouds are parting. I realize that you're still there. Satellites, radiation, the news frequencies, man-made disease. I'm so displaced, and I feel helpless with no control, no say-so. But the prophecy goes on, and I'm praying strong, 'cause there's a war going on between good and evil. But I know that I'm not alone. We're not alone. Oh, gloomy skies, goodbyes, broken hearts, hell-bent lies. But in the lie lies the truth. We the sun rays. Ooh, ooh, the clouds are parting. I almost forgot God's always there. I'm back.
Wow. There have been so many songs made during lockdown, and I think that has got to be one of my best that I have heard. The lyrics were just sensational, powerful, positive. Yeah, it was just, yeah, so good.
Thank you. It makes me
Yeah.
emotional
Yeah.
because I mean those words, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all human, so it's
Mhm.
yeah, and we're all still pushing through. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And your voice. Woo.
Can you hear the music in the mic? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Wonderful performance. It really was.
Thank you. Look, now I'm all.
Yeah, I'm like that as well. I'm like, wow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man.
And so has that been released?
I did release it. And it was just on my heart. It had nothing to do with an album or whoever was going to hear it was going to hear it. I just went by the lake and said, hit record, and recorded a video and sung it here and sent it to my dear friend who's part of my team to mix and master it and play the piano for real for me. And I just said, here, upload. Whoever hears it, hears it.
Yeah.
You know?
We need the world to hear that.
Thank you.
Everybody, please get that. Can they download it?
Yeah, it's called The Clouds Are Parting, and it's everywhere music is sold. Everywhere. Apple, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all of those. YouTube. It's everywhere.
You definitely have to support that one.
Thank you.
Honestly, yeah. Gosh. And so, yeah, so you've been singing for a very, very long time.
I'm sorry. Someone said the clouds are party. No.
Parting,
it's the clouds
darling.
are parting.
Parting.
Like party.
Away.
Yeah.
That was DJ.
Make sure I say that right. Because you know I'm country. I probably did say the clouds are parting.
Clouds are party. Woohoo!
Yes. Make sure I say that right. All right, my love. What was the question you asked?
Yeah, so you've been performing with so many people. You've toured with a lot of artists, from Rihanna.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj, John Legend, Justin Timberlake. And it must be quite exhausting.
Yes. That's why I forgot about me. How do I put this? When you get that blessed, and I always have to say this before I say what I'm about to say next, what I'm about to say has nothing to do with me, because you'd be surprised what I think about me. However, when you've been that blessed, I've literally worked with a lot of nothing but, I'm going to say A-list celebrities. I'm not with this whole classification thing, but I was at the top of the food chain for these types of artists. And you get on the hamster wheel. And I call it the hamster wheel for those of you who know about hamsters. They get on the wheel and they're like, wee! And they're not going anywhere but in the same spot. They're just like, wee! And the wheels is going around and around and around and around and around. Me. That was me. You're still waking up doing what you love to do every day. Thank you, Jesus. Getting paid for it, traveling the world, seeing how all this is run and getting to sing for some of the people that you adore. However, you wake up one day and you realize you're making all these people sound and look good, and that's no problem. If you want to be the background singer, my God, kill it, smash it, show up and show out. But for me, there was always a song in my heart, and I forgot about that song. So, and that's because the time, as you say, it just flies by, and then you look up and here you are 20 plus years later chasing your dream. But I'm okay with it because I like I said, it was a blessed life, and time is what you make it. And nobody could tell me no but God. That's been proven, and we'll probably get to that in another question, but it's been proven. They told me I was too old to even make this happen right now, but I don't care.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, As for those who don't know, like I said, I'm an honest person. I've been told I was ugly. I've been told I was too fat. I lost weight. They say you're too skinny. They say you're too happy. You smile too much. Can you sex it up? I sexed it up and it sucked. Then, I mean, just everyone has these. You're too dark skinned. I could go down this list, honey. Everybody had their opinions and has their opinions. As I started off saying, now you're too old. When I was too young, they were like, you're too young to write and sing what you want to write about. And the tone of voice that you have, you just sound too mature. Can you simplify yourself? Like, Jesus, you know what? But unfortunately, it took me till I was about in my late 30s to say, to hell with everybody and what everybody else has to say. Aaron, what do you want to do? God, what do you want me to do? Okay, so let's do it. And the moment I did, that's when I had a top 10 hit in the UK. I've made the soul charts. I've currently got the 2 songs on the smooth jazz charts. And, you know, only uphill from here. And success is what you make it. And for me, I mean, of course, I want to conquer the world, but however, for all the no's, I'm happy with the yes that I do have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
With the few yeses, we could keep on climbing, but I'm happy with the yeses that I do have, because all those no's could have stopped me from even getting one yes. So no's don't outweigh the yes. Trust me. You've heard this a million times. It only takes one yes, even if it's your own yes. Be your yes, okay? But yeah, okay.
Oh, brilliant. You are truly inspirational. This has just been a fantastic event today. You know, with Kevin Whalum, speaking about his inspirational, motivational speeches that he does and how he helps people like you and like me. And it was just like, wow, then now hearing your story about what you've been through, and it does help us. It helps us all.
Yeah.
To get through what we're going through. You are just beautiful.
And so are you. That's why you got this light, meaning myself, Maria, and Kevin on your show.
Yeah.
You're the glue. There you go.
Yeah. And you're just a very positive person, having gone what you've been through. So now it's your time. Going forward, where do you see yourself going, like in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, a household name. I've kind of always wanted to mimic my career after like a Queen Latifah or like a Babyface. Because once again, there's always been a song in my heart. I'm a creative person, but I want to do what I want to do as an artist and like make that massively happen, like worldwide, take over the world and infect the world with all this good, positive energy and realness. And then I want to write for others so that whatever they're trying to say and don't know how to say, I can help them say it. Because I'm pretty good with words and with a pen. So and listening to make sure that what they say is heard. So I really want to do that. Hence Babyface Queen Latifah. And then tour for myself when I feel like it. Babyface Queen Latifah. Like, Aaron on a tour today? Okay, let's go on a tour. Because you can. And then sing all the hits you wrote for everybody else too. That's what I want to do. 5 years.
Yeah, you are just brilliant.
Thank you, my lady.
Yeah, we all love you. There's so many comments in the chat, but I can't really read them all. But I'll maybe try and send those to you so you can have a read of them.
Absolutely. And you know I'll answer if there's questions. You know.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Please do let us know. But also, you know, what I found the other day on the internet, they just love the internet, that you are a backing vocalist for Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Love
they just
it.
performed for the Billboard Music Awards. Heck yeah. I love Duran Duran. I mean, I'm saying as people, I love me some them. Yeah. But yeah, for about 6 prior to last year, because I was confirmed for some shows for them for last year too, of course. The pandemic would let the world be great. But yeah, prior to last year, about 5 or 6 years.
So when I saw that, I thought, how can she be a backing singer for Duran Duran? She's so young. She would not know.
Can I tell you something funny?
Go on.
So when I would be at the shows, you know, they would like the fans, because Duran Duran fans are tough. When I say they got a strong following and they're like Duran Duran to the core, they would come up to me and be like, you're fabulous, you're great, but you don't know none of these Duran Duran songs. And I would be like, thank you. And thank you. You know, because I once again, thanks for the compliment. Because, honey, growing up, my brothers, I grew up a baby girl. So my brothers were all like hip hop heads, Run DMC, Eric B, Rakim, and your Grandmaster Flash with the beatbox. I mean, with the boombox. That's what they used to call them. Showing my age again. See, with the boombox on the shoulder. And me, I was MTV, VH1, doing Depeche Mode and Duran Duran and all the Janet Jackson moves and anything else you could think of. So once I got the gig for Duran Duran, I called and my brothers used to tease me. So once I got the call to do the thing to tour with Duran Duran, I called my brother, was like, you want to tease me now, brother? You want to tease me now? Because it came in handy. But no, girl, I knew half of them songs. Soon as same thing with Janet Jackson. I had to act like I didn't know all the dance moves.
Yeah. Me and my sisters know all the dance moves to Janet Jackson songs. Oh my gosh. I'll perform with Janet Jackson as well. Your list is long.
That's why I say it's been a blessed.
Yeah. So
It
now you just want to
without
concentrate.
sacrifice, but blessed.
But now you want to concentrate on Erin Stevenson and build that brand now.
I do.
Talk about your latest single.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be bold. You gotta be bad. So I in the pandemic, I was once again determined not to forget about me because I'd done that for so long. And last year would have been a breakout year for me too, because I was booked for a lot of the festivals and such, for a lot of the jazz festivals.
Yeah.
Of course, all canceled, and some other shows. However, I still was determined not to forget about me because things were starting to, as I say, the clouds were starting to part. And then the pandemic hit, and it seemed like another storm was about to come, and the sun was about to be covered up again. And I was like, no, what are you going to do so that people still see you as an artist and you don't have any money because I'm not touring. I'm not working or nothing, Jesus. All right, unemployment, I'll take it, thanks. So not prideful. So I was like, I don't have a ton of money to finance myself. What are you going to do to stay relevant, to let people know you exist still as an artist, and that doesn't require a lot of money? I said, let's do an album, and we're going to call it Cover Girl. But I would take cover songs and do them, some of my favorite cover songs, the Luther Vandross that you played earlier, and do them how I would do them if they were my song as an artist. So, but now that's going to be a full album because the two releases, the Never Too Much and the You Gotta Be, are doing really, really well. Now I'm making it a full album. It's going to be called Cover Girl Uncovered. So I'm going to add some original songs to it too. However, with this particular song, I want to show some woman power. I wanted to show some unity amongst women, amongst successful women, and I separate those two because people think that women are always so competitive with each other or looking the other person up and down. No, I need you to be great because when you be great, I be great, and I need greatness next to me so I can be great. But that's just the way it works. That's what Okay, anyways, stay focused. So I wanted some woman power, some camaraderie. So I of course put Marie Antoinette on it. I put Althea Renee, the flutist, on there, the original soul flutist. I said that for her. Shout out to Althea.
Yes, hey, Althea Renee.
Yeah. And hence, now we have You Gotta Be. Again, I want to keep live music alive. So I have that beautiful harp and that beautiful flute on there. And I chose this particular song, that You Gotta Be, because nobody really knew it nobody knew it. I can't even say that. I used to have a low self-esteem. I was always bubbly and happy. But like if I saw a group of guys, I would hold my head down. And this is, of course, back in the day. I would walk and put my head down and so they didn't have to see my face. All those kinds of little things. In short, because I know we're on time. I know people have been on here. But even with the voice, because you heard earlier, I was a part of groups. You're not this, but they'll still try to ask me out on a date. I could go on and on with all of that. However, I would listen to that song, and most people would dance because it was, it was in 4/4. I mean, yeah, 4/4 time. So for me, I would hear the words. I wouldn't dance. I would hear the words. So when it came to choosing songs that I wanted, like I said, I chose songs that resonated with me. And this one, I would just sit in the car and play it on repeat. And I would just cry and cry and cry, but I would recite it to myself and sing it and sing it. You got to be bold. You got to be bad. You got to be wiser. Like, you got to be tough. You got to be like just saying it to myself. And it worked. So my mission when I said, Aaron, how do you want to present it to the world? Again, I'm not all about trying to redo and make it great. I just want to pay homage to these incredible artists, but do it how Aaron would do it. So I put it in cut time to where it sounds like it's slower. It's not slower, but I put it in cut time so it sounds like it's slower, and to where people wouldn't dance, but they would hear the words, and prayerfully it would help people the way that it helped me. Where Desiree at? I want her to hit it. No, you at Desiree? No. Yeah.
I love that whole explanation there. I am one of those people that will listen to the music and not to the words, which is why I play smooth jazz. Yeah. But but with that song, I'm going to be listening to every word you sing.
Yeah, thank you.
I heard it.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of comments too from like when I first put it out, like I had no idea that that's what she was saying, because you would sing it, but you didn't know what you were singing because you were dancing. You did a vivo. Yeah. So now the way it is, it forces you to actually listen to even what you're saying as you're singing it. So.
So yeah, we're gonna get one more song from you, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, we're going into overtime, but I do not mind.
Okay.
We're gonna do this. We have to. We all love you, by the way.
I love you, and I love everybody watching. Hey, y'all, cousins.
So what's the next
Whatever you want.
What song you can do for us next?
Oh.
Well,
I guess I don't have to introduce this one since you guys get my personality by now. That's why I chose to do this song second. I was like, oh, let them get to know me first before they take it the wrong way. But it's called Funkem. Funkem. Make sure I say Funk, like funk music. Funk. Funkem. And it says, so that you understand the preface of the lyrics, it says, I'll funk away your blues. So that's the preface. I will funk away your blues.
Okay.
But I'm an honest person. I'm an honest songwriter. I'm an honest singer. Blah, blah, blah. And this is for everybody listening right now. I hope it helps you. Are you ready?
We love your honesty.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Where are you? All right. If you got fake friends that don't want to see you win because your blessings on 10, funk 'em. Because it's hard to dim your shine when God is your light. Now smile real bright and say funk 'em. Everybody's got opinions when they really live millions all up in your business. Funk 'em. Long as your soul is slayed and your edges are laid and your bills are paid. Funk 'em. Don't let some funk up your cash. You knew it wasn't going to last. Funk 'em. Blaming everybody else, need to blame yourself. Take some time and self-help. Funk 'em. And know that it's okay to fall, but don't stay down too long. Get up and run the world and make all your haters crawl. Ooh, be systematic. Let them have it. It's all good as long as you be good to you. When this world gets shit down, I'll be around to do what I do. I'll funk away your blues. I'll funk you right on up. 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 Funk you right on up. I'll funk you right on up. Now this is for the fellas, men. Fellas. If your girl put you down cause the fame's not around and your money's low down, funk her. Cause there's a queen somewhere who needs what you have to share with a real derriere. So funk her. And ladies, if he's insecure, does it make you feel beautiful? Get up and run, run, run. There's a good one who'll adore you. Be systematic. Let them have it. It's cool as long as you be good to you. When this world gets you down, I'll be around to do what I do and funk away your blues. I'll funk you right on up. 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 Funk you right on up. I'll funk you right on up. Funk you right on up. Listen, sometimes you gotta tell them. Funk them. Yeah, well, and every now and then say, funk it. Well, everybody, if you're watching DJ Sapphire, shake it off and keep it moving. Keep it moving, y'all. Yeah. Live life your way. Funk what they say. Move out your way. Let you be great. That's what I'm here to do. Remind you who you are to you. I'll funk you right on up. 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 Funk you right on up. One more time, just so you can leave. Funk 'em. Just so you can leave remembering these words. Funk 'em. It's okay, and it's gonna be alright. Just do it your way, okay? Shake it off and keep it moving. Shake it off and keep it moving. And let's get it. Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
Sometimes you gotta tell them. No. I'm put these back on so I can hear.
Thank you. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Wow. Brilliant. Great.
I should tell you that I really want to be a rapper, can't you tell?
Funk, you have to say that so carefully, don't you?
Yes. Oh, I do. That's why I have to make sure I spell it. But here's the crazy part. Whenever I do it live, it doesn't matter. People start saying it anyways. I'm like, don't you get me fired, y'all. F-U-N-K. They're like, fuck 'em. Ah! Although I did just say funk, but you get what I'm saying. You get it.
Yeah, we love that.
Yay.
Absolutely love you. And like I say, we are coming, to the end, but we have to have you back.
I would love to come back.
Yeah.
You know I would.
We have to definitely, because there's so many other things I wanted to ask, but running out of time. Your voice is incredible. You are sensational, beautiful.
Thank you.
Honestly, whatever those people said in the past, you can leave that in the past and just go forward.
All right, we'll be back. No, same to you. I sincerely thank you for having the platform that you have, for putting us on your platform. And I mean us, all of your guests, not just today, but I always like to say that what you do is necessary. What you do puts joy out there and soothes some souls, especially with that voice of yours. Just talk. I wish the entire world would just hear that voice. Everybody would just calm down. Just calm down, y'all. Just listen to DJ Sapphire. But it's beautiful and it suits you so well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So we'll definitely have you back again. So please tell everybody where they can they buy your t-shirt anywhere?
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting better at this part, at this whole self-promotion part. So I do have merch. I have music videos. Listen, anything, please follow me. I got to say that part too. I always forget that. Please follow me on all of my social media. Numbers matter these days. No one cares about how talented you are. They only care about numbers. So please follow me. even so much so I had to restart my Instagram account, so I'm rebuilding it. But all of my social media is Erin Stevenson Music. Erin Stevenson Music. That's ERIN. Erin, I'm a lady. ERIN Stevenson with a V in music. My website is erinstevensonmusic.com, and you could find I have photos there, some videos, everything's on my website too. And I do have merch. This is my You Gotta Be t-shirt from the video shoot with myself, Maria, and Althea. And yeah, support me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
We will most definitely support you. And we're going to, we're going to give you another one of these. And that is especially for you, for Maria Antoinette, and also Kevin Whalem. I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here to entertain us. You have been so entertaining. Yeah. You really have. So thank you once again. And I'm going to ask Carly, my beautiful co-host, to play your video. And this is You Gotta Be. Thank you, Erin.
Thank you. Your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Others, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bold. You gotta be bad. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. Cause all I know is love will save the day. Hear what your mother said, read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Ooh, some may have more cash than you, and others take a different view. You gotta be bad, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. Cause all I know is love will save the day. Time don't ask questions, it goes on without you. Leaving you behind if you can't stand the pace. If you try to, the best part is danger staring you in the face. And only love can save the day. Oh, I know it's only love. Only you gotta be hard, fight through your sorrow. So all I know is love will save the day. Listen as your day unfolds, treasure what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky.
Beautiful. Thank you again. We all love you, and I hope you're going to have so many more fans as a result of this interview today. and we're going to get you back over to the UK doing your stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Erin. We love you dearly. I'm going to play one more song, and then it's time to say good night. And this is, Brian Culbertson. It's Wednesday night. Wait, I have just seen Maria Antoinette is still there. She has got changed. And actually, I had this song lined up to play. Your Top just suits your track right here. Waiting in Vain by Maria Antoinette. beautiful song. Isn't that cover one of the best covers you've ever heard? Bob Marley on a harp, man. That is just brilliant. Absolutely love that. So thank you again to my guests, Maria Antoinette, Erin Stevenson, and Kevin Whalen. We do appreciate you. And to all you guys that have attended my Zoom event this evening, I really do appreciate you guys. So this one really is the last tune. Oh, I'm looking forward to my glass of Prosecco. Cheers, Senu. Thank you guys on Facebook and Mixcloud and YouTube and Twitch. We are all over the place today. And to my first time listeners, thank you so much. I shall be back in a couple of weeks. Let me check who's coming. We have 3 artists again. We have Alvin Garrett, who is a wonderful soul singer, guitarist Unam, and pianist Matthias Ruse. Thank you, Kurt Rita. I will do Kevin. Hey, Livingstone. Thank you again and good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you. I'm sure I will speak to some of you wonderful people real soon. Wow. Take care now.